are like the stars in the night sky. Even when it's cloudy, you know they're always there. A family is like the moon. It shines bright even in the darkest of nights. And even if you don't always see them, you know that they're always there and that you'll see them soon. What is family? Family is a group of people who either want or choose to be together. They embrace and support each other in both their deepest troubles and their proudest moments. They guide us in our decisions, and they accept our choices. They are dependable, like the moon and like the stars. They are always there for us. So tonight, we're going to explore the idea of family and how it brings us together. We're going to hear from a great group of speakers who are going to talk about what family means to them and how their families have influenced their lives. So, I have the privilege this evening to introduce our first speaker, Allie Hain. She's here with us tonight to deliver a toast to her brother on his wedding day. We will explore how weddings bring our families together, and we will learn what being a part of family means to each other. So, please help me in introducing our first speaker, Allie Hain.
Hello everyone. First off, I just want to say congratulations to my brothers, John and Amy, on their wedding day. I'm so glad to be a part of this celebration. My brother and I have always been two peas in a pod. We did everything together, whether it was playing with toys, playing outside, or aggravating our mother. I can't remember a time that we haven't got along, which is weird for siblings. I'm so happy we can all be here to celebrate this day with him. There are people here today from all over. It's crazy how far people will travel for a free meal. Getting to know all of Amy's family is such a good feeling. Families join together as one. Family to me means security. You will always be loved and you will always love in return. John has always had very many great qualities, whether it was being a good athlete in high school or being book smart. He has a good head on his shoulders, and I'm sure him and Amy will live a happy life together. A couple things we've learned from each other would probably be how to mess up an entire house in just an hour, or seeing how many pranks we can do on our older brother. I couldn't ask for a better friendship and brother all in one. We've had so many great memories together, and only more to come. You have no idea how important you are to me, and I wish you both the best of wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Allie, for that wonderful speech. I know I personally can relate. I have a brother that I love very much, and we wish the best for John and Amy. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Led Al, a Kuwait national. He's traveled far to pursue his dreams, and he will present to us about the most special person in his life, his father. He considers his father a gift from God, and it is our great pleasure to hear from him tonight. So, let us welcome him to the stage. Welcome, Mr. Khaled.
Do you consider your parents to be a role model? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe it should be more than this. Parents are a part of us. It is always through them that we become the people that we want to become when we grow. Having been brought up into a two-parent family, I believe I am well informed about this. There are many things that parents have done and have made a great impact on my life. In this connection, I take this opportunity to tell you about my father, who has been a great part of my life. He has been a role model and a consoler and a friend to me. People go for a role model far away from their homes. They normally choose the people that they consider successfully and go for them as their own. And that my father has been a great role model in my life. In that case, he has inspired many things that I have done in my life. For instance, when it comes to academic life, I have always tried to be the best, to do my best to make in life. Sure that I got to the highest that I accomplished. This is having realized the many hardships that he had to go through and finally made. With this in mind, I see no reason to fail. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many mistakes that I have made in my life where it's not for my father. I think I could have lost track a long time ago. He always steered forward and corrected me, and I'm doing it. He does not take any offense. I thank him for that. Lastly, I would also like to recognize that I consider my father one of the most closest people to me in life. Having a friend for a father is rare, and I'm lucky to be in such case in life. This has greatly helped me because I always get to learn a lot from him. Since I can tell him anything that disturbs me, through which I get communication or correction. I appreciate the fact that my father inspires me more in life. I'm sure this will translate to a great success in my life. To sum it up, I consider my life of the lucky people. To have a role model, a counselor, and a friend for a father. For this reason, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to make sure to do the same to my child. Kindly do the same. It shall be well with us. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful tribute to your father. I'm sure your father appreciates how much you look up to him and appreciate him. So now I have the great privilege to introduce our last speaker for tonight, Ruying. She's here with us to deliver a eulogy for her grandfather, who she has never met. But she loves her grandfather very much. Although she's never seen her grandfather, she knows, through her mother's narrative, that her grandfather has influenced her immensely. So, please welcome our next speaker, Ruying Singh.
If there had a chance for me to choose who I want to see the most, I would definitely choose my grandfather. I have a very good friend. She grew up with me since childhood. When I was young, I'm very envied her because every weekend she would go to live with her grandparents. My grandfather is who I miss the most. I've never met my grandfather. I only have memories with my grandmother, not with my grandfather. I'm very curious about what it could be like to live with my grandparents. When I was young, my mom took me to visit my grandmom every weekend. The only way I can see my grandfather's appearance is in my grandmother's house. There is a big picture of my grandfather hanging on the wall. Whenever I ask my mom where my grandfather went, my mom would point to the photo and told me, "This is your grandfather. He is a really kind person, so he went to heaven." My mom said, "Went to heaven is very honorable thing, and he can kind person, and he will become a star in the sky and guarding me. So when I was young, before I go into bed every night, I would watch the stars with my mom. My mom told me that the brightest star is your grandfather. So when my friend asked me where your grandfather now, I was very proud to tell her that my grandfather went to heaven. Mom and my grandma love my grandfather very much. They often tell me some interesting things about my grandfather. He is a person who never gave up. No matter how difficult the process is, he will stick to it until his dream is completed. He influenced my mom to become a doctor because he thinks doctor can help people, and he influenced me also, even I never met my grandfather. So when I was young, it's my dream to meet my grandfather. So my mom told me if you work hard on your homework and be a good person like your grandfather will become an angel to see you and bring gift for you. So when I get good grades on my test, I will turn my test paper to the sky to show it and hoping my grandfather can see. As I grow up, I know that my grandfather won't come back again, and I also know he won't become a star. But I still love him because he's always in my heart. No matter how far apart we are always family. Thank you.
That was a wonderful way to conclude our night. Thank you, Noreen, for that beautiful speech to your grandfather. We have heard some amazing speeches tonight, whether it be a toast or a tribute or a eulogy. We have learned what family means to these people. Family, the feeling of being in a family. It's one of the strongest emotions we can experience as humans. Whether it be a father or a brother or a friend, family is and should always be there to support each other. Every family has its ups and downs, but what's important is that at the end of the day, we love each other. Families are like the Milky Way, big and bright and beautiful. Sometimes a meteor might fall out of the sky, but remember, you can always wish upon a shooting star. Thank you.